cold in VA today, honey. And I'm up and off to a very, very early start, for real. It's large. Because I got to stop by the dump and drop off this trash. Because my outside trash is full and they only come like 1 day a week to pick up trash. Child. So I'm having to log off the excess, because we got, you know, a big family. You need trash pick up more than once a week. So, but that's how it is sometimes when you live in the country. When you live in the country, certain services you can only get like maybe once or twice a week. It's not like the city where it's like an everyday thing. I wish. But good morning, everyone. Good morning to everybody who's going to catch a replay. Please just remember to please click that subscribe button, click the like button. It don't take that much, y'all. It don't take that much. Help a sister out. So, uh, but I need to slow my butt down. Yeah, yes, I am going on a little bit on the fast side. See. But this morning, to tell you the truth, I really don't have like ish to talk about because as far as social media goes, it's like when I see it gets too crazy or it's too many uckerish going on. Or yeah, uckerish. I'm trying to do better with the cussing, y'all. I'm trying to do better with the cussing. Good morning. When I see it's too many uckery going on, I ain't even gonna lie. I go back to watching my how-to videos and my craft and stuff, and show business channels and channels that talk about how to grow your YouTube channel, how to grow your TikTok, how to grow your Instagram. I promise you, if it's not conducive to my growth, I am not bothered with it anymore. For real. Hey TJ, yeah, hey dear. Where you been? Well, I ain't seen you, but then I ain't been on YouTube neither, boo. Let me stop capping. So it's like the other day, a friend of mine was like, and this is look at this person, y'all, because they in a hurry, and I'm going 60. This idiot, look, I promise you, in a hurry to get behind two cars is going the same speed as me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, honey. But um, I was talking to a friend the other day, and that friend of mine, she still goes on into certain parts of YouTube that really I don't venture in anymore. I mean, I may peep in every now and again, drop down, say hi, and go back up, watch a little bit, and go about my business. But oh yeah, yeah. See. So it's like I really just don't stick around too much, and she wanted me to go into one content creator's chat with her. So I did for like a hot split second. And I get up in the chat and I don't drop down right because I like to I like to feel the room out before I just willy nilly drop down. So I'm looking at the chat and I'm realizing I said, okay, this person must be black sector or what they call black sector. And I'm listening to their commentaries pretty good. They're touching on a lot of social issues, especially dealing with black women, and it's going pretty good until I saw somebody from the beef sector pop in there and put in basically one word and got the whole chat fired up. I said, "Oh, okay, this is my cue to exit stage left." Because what I'm not gonna do is sit here and entertain the foolishness. And it was just really, really crazy how everything kind of flipped in just a second. So I said, well, child, maybe I just need to go ahead and come back to my own safe place on YouTube, which is my two channels, and just be there. Just be there. I swear. Yeah, I'm the same way too. Oh Lord, at first, I'm not gonna lie. When I first came on the scene and stuff, I was like, basically in the entertainment part of the sector, which would be like when I came on the scene, I was watching Lovely T and Malibu. I forgot Malibu Dollface, and I was watching Lioness of Judah and those type of channels. And I came across Mona Simone at one point too, before all that crazy stuff started popping off with her. And that's how I started out. So when I first started out, I was like under my government, and then and then somebody had that. I guess they were trying to just get. It's not smart to come in here under your government. And I was like, well, I ain't got nothing to hide. All my stuff out there laid bare. So, honey, if you want to know about it, just ask about it. But when I started thinking more and more about it, I was like, well, what if I decide that I want to start my own channel one day? Do I really want, because of course, when you're on a social media platform, you're giving people that you normally wouldn't give access to, um, kind of like access to your life. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, let me go ahead and, create what I want to be my future brand. So that's what I did. Oh, tell my babies good morning and I love them. And so I was just like, well, okay, let me create my own, because I already knew I wanted to be a creator, but I just wanted to get a feel of how YouTube was. So, being going from the entertainment sector, and then I started liking different content creators that was from the beef sector, like QB and Five Babe, and um, ran across a little bit of Oracle, and just a lot of different people. I didn't realize at that time that there were, because I was so new to YouTube, that there were so-called sectors or parts of YouTube that people just frequent, and that's where they support. They don't get their support, or they don't cross support anywhere else. So it was like as time grew, and then I started becoming a moderator for different channels across all different parts of YouTube, and I just saw very quickly like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what lane I want to be in. And so then it went from that to, I kind of neglected my own vision that I had for YouTube and started supporting other people's visions, and being their moderator, and just helping them, giving them content ideas, helping them with content and things of that nature. So it got to the point where, that's when I really fell into realizing that people, especially certain content creators or whatever, they get possessive over their moderators. And some people I moderated for said, were cool with me going wherever I wanted to go. And then other content creators was like, don't go on her chat. She don't like me and I don't like her. I don't want to see you over there. Don't even drop down over there. If you drop down over there, you're gonna lose your wrench. I'm like, baby, this is a wrench. This wrench ain't paying me nothing. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry about that. um, but yeah, they was tripping out, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go where I want. I'm gonna do what I want. So don't nobody tell me what to do in my real life like that. I'm not about to let you tell me, and you're not even paying me or acknowledging the fact that I'm helping you out. I'm promoting your content. And so a lot of people I just straight stopped minding for. Um, because they didn't respect my right to basically go where I wanted and to choose what I wanted to choose. And then it was me getting attacked for people that I was affiliated with. So I was like, it got to the point where I'm thinking to myself, is YouTube really worth it? Is it? But for somebody like me who's just really stepping into their purpose, and someone who wants their vision and their creativity and their talent to be seen and heard, you got to take that chance. So, of course, my favorite saying is real life trumps YouTube. Real life trumps any social media platform. At the end of the day, I can't be on here 24 hours a day. I can't be on here 7 days a week, because I have kids and other responsibilities that, of course, take forefront. And I'm amazed at the people who are able to devote time to YouTube in that sense, but I can't. Because if I have to choose between an upload or working extra hours so I can have extra money, so therefore my kids will have a good Christmas, or therefore my daughter's dance sessions will get paid for, or this, that, and the other, or my son's sports equipment, or whatever I choose to put that money towards that's beneficial to my family, I'm damn well going to do it. you know, if it's meant for me to be monetized and make money on YouTube, then Lord blesses me with it. He blesses me with it. But if it doesn't happen, I already know my blessing gonna come in other ways. It don't always have to be in the form of money. It could be an opportunity that leads to the money. So I think people just get so lost in the sauce because they get that instant gratification every time they hit that live button. It take more than that for for me to just be like, okay, this is just everything. Nah, boo. Listen the big picture. What are you doing with that money that you're getting from YouTube once it hits your hand? Are you investing in a business? Are you trying to create some type of generational wealth? You know what I'm saying? I mean, buying Louis Vuitton bags and LeBron James sneakers. I mean, can you really take that stuff with you when you go? Will it have any type of value if something happens to you and your family is sitting up there putting up a GoFundMe? You know what I'm saying? Just to pay for your burial expenses. But you're supposed to be some big time YouTuber with all this money. What happened to the money? Where'd it go? So I'm not trying to fall into them type of traps. So if I have to move at a snail's pace, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because it's not all about me. I got children to think about. I have people that count on me. And I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, that not only that I fulfill my dreams, but also make a way for them to be able to fulfill their dreams and walk in their purpose too. Because whether we realize it or not, as mothers, once that child takes his first breath of air in this world, priorities got to shift. The priorities should have changed. It's not about you anymore. And if you want to just be about you, then you should have did some birth control or did whatever you had to do so that you could focus on you and your personal growth and everything else. But once you have children, honey, so even when you move and you're moving in a way to better yourself and uplift yourself, you got to make sure those moves include, hey, is this what I'm doing beneficial not only to me but to my children? And that's my mindset. But I know not everybody thinks the same way I do or believe the same way I do, and that's okay. Because I'm also the type of person, I'm open to constructive criticism. I'm able to have a conversation with someone and not and basically just be able to take whatever they say in and use it to my advantage instead of thinking of it as a personal attack on me. Because really, if a person really didn't care or give a shit about you, for real, they're not gonna offer you no criticism. They're not gonna offer you anything at all. Really, no criticism at all. They just gonna sit back and just watch you fall into whatever trap or whatever you got going on because it gives them pleasure to see you fail. TC, So I just felt like, because I had somebody come to me, case in point, um, with my new position where I'm working at now. I had somebody come to me and they would ask me questions about my boss and if she treated me a certain way or if she acted a certain way towards me. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they like, well, we heard that she was hard to work with. She's this, she's that, she's other. One thing that I don't do is take into account other people's perceptions because they're not based upon my own. What does that mean? It means I get to know people for who they are for myself. I don't let anybody make that judgment for me or let how they feel influence my relationship with that person, especially when it's work related. So, my message to you is basically find out for yourself because people will talk about you all day, but talking about you is not the same as talking to you. When somebody's talking to you, it comes from a different place. When somebody's talking about you or talking about other people, you already know what time it is. So, man, I've learned so much and still learning at 43 years old on how to maneuver and how to just deal with different people, different personalities on and off YouTube. And when it comes to YouTube, I feel that I'm only going to surround myself with like minded people. I'm only going to surround myself with people who are genuinely interested in supporting one another in growth, in presenting their point of views in a positive, in a meaningful way. That's what I want. I do support people, and I've said this before, their ideas don't exactly match my own. But that's because I see from where their thoughts and their actions and what they're trying to manifest, I see where it's coming from, and I know it's coming from a good place. Versus somebody I know that's just saying things and doing things just because they can. Hold on. Child, I don't even know if this is working. I might just go on ahead around. Um, so so I've just learned to just maneuver accordingly. And I'm looking for right now when I go on YouTube and stuff, I'm looking just for content that mirrors my own, or basically just creators that um I see really staunch in their purpose, which means they're not bipolar, they're not all over the place. You know, what you see is what you get type deal. Because honey, I thank you. I'm just I'm tired of I'm tired of people that's lukewarm, like like content creators that one day they genuinely happy to see you, you getting shout outs, your comments getting highlighted and all that type of stuff, and then and then another day it's like uh because you dropped down in so and so's chat, all of a sudden you getting dragged from the rooter to the tutor. Like, what's going on, sis? You were just shouting me out the other day. Damn, what tell you so quickly? So, about to run up in here and get me some lunch for the day real quick. Again, appreciate everybody stopped through. I'm gonna start trying to come live. Like I said, much more. Probably car vlogging and stuff like that on this channel. I'm starting to branch out into other platforms as well. Very true, TC. Very true. But the thing is that is yeah, it's gonna be a common thread, a common problem. We just gotta recognize when we see those issues, and not sit up there and just basically support these people in their dysfunction. Because I'm not about to do it. It's a difference between you having a certain type of personality versus you can tell there's something mental going on. And me, like my one of my other sayings is basically I pay attention to what's not being said versus what's coming out your mouth. So even though you could be like, real mamas, I love you, I love your content, trust and believe, if I'm standing in front of you and I visually see you, I'm not only peeping what's coming out your mouth, I'm peeping your body language, I'm peeping your facial expressions, I'm peeping how other people, you have other people around you, I'm peeping how they're reacting to the way you're acting. You see what I'm saying? So I think if more people actually sat back and took that approach to things, they catch a lot of shit real quick. Yep, I've seen that, and it's crazy. I think if you, a lot of people, if you have a medical background, and especially if you work with people, well, and in which I have a medical background, and I've worked with people with certain type of conditions, a lot of people don't realize when they're watching somebody who's having a manic episode, or somebody that's suffering from depression, or somebody that is has, of course, bipolar disorder and OCD. A lot of that stuff you can see in people's actions and how they are, especially if they allow you that visual, if they allow you to see a window into their home, or even if you're a moderator and you're helping that person with their channel, you can also peep certain things as well on what they might be dealing with. And those things are unsaid, but at the same time, you got to be a very observant person in order to pick those up. And most people are just with they not trying to observe anything. They they with the shits. So when you with the shits, you're gonna walk into situations blindly. And so when you walk into situations blindly without peeping the setup first, you can't be mad or surprised if somebody flips on you. I've made that mistake plenty of times myself. by not listening to my first mind. We are all guilty of it at some point in time. Nobody's innocent of it. I mean, I know there's not one person out there that wouldn't have said or thought to themselves, damn, if I had just listened to my first mind, if I had just, I saw her do that, but I kept on anyway. I supported it anyway. I gave her that money anyway. I did this anyway. Man, we've all been through that. And that's where I'm thankful to God because He has literally been like, real mamas, come on. You knew this. Stop playing. You knew this. I showed you. Let me show you the times that I pointed out to you what time it really was. And then all you can do is take accountability for opening that door because you opened that door and allowed that to happen. Yes, the other person might be at fault because they might have been dead in the wrong, but you got to take accountability for yourself too. And the actions that you took to leave that door to be wide open for them to do that to you. Like unbothered Mimi used to tell me all the time, people show you who they are. Ladies, they ain't lying to you. In a perfect world, it could be sunshine and rainbows. In a perfect world. But we all know the storm comes. The storm comes. So what are you going to do? Are you prepared? A lot of these people are mentally prepared. They're not emotionally prepared for it. They're not. So when it happens, they lost in this. They lost. They don't know what to do. They don't know which way to go. Should be asking God for guidance, but you going on YouTube, you going on Instagram, you going on Facebook, you going on TikTok looking for it. And then wondering why you still having the problems you're having. Come on now. We got to start taking accountability. Exactly. And that's what's and that's the place I'm falling into, and baby, I'm good with it. I really am. And I'm gonna continue to walk in it. Whether two people be listening or whether 100,000 be listening. But I gotta get on to my job in about 10 minutes. So y'all please click that like button, share me out, subscribe. And like I said, I appreciate you coming through. Love you, fam. See you on the next ride.